see. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you see me?
yeah, I can see you.
Okay, but I can see you there.
Yeah, because my camera is not working.
It's okay. It's okay. As long as you can hear me, that is the important. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay. By the way, how are you? I know that you've been so busy this past few days. How are you today, dear?
Yeah, I'm still fine.
Uh huh.
Yeah, this I have to spend like every day for speaking and practicing IELTS.
Yes. Yes. Do you have already your exact date of your upcoming IELTS test?
Yeah, I will have it on 20th of December.
20th of December. So you still have 2 to 3 weeks more to prepare, right?
Yeah,
How do you
20
feel?
days.
How do you feel about it? Do you feel nervous?
Yeah, of course.
I know, but I know you can do it. Just let's just practice more, especially and speaking confidently. That is the most important. Okay.
Hope so.
Yes, yes. That is the number one thing that you should do dear is to be confident, especially because the interviewer will notice if you are feel so nervous. Especially when you
Yeah,
are talking, when you are talking, just if you're going to think about something, don't don't stop don't stop talking. That is the first thing. Okay, whenever for example you're going to think of the right answer to that question, just think like well, like that is the thing that I am always telling you. Okay,
yeah,
that is the key. Yes, because sometimes it will only make us confused if we added like, oh well, I've been waiting of this question and I didn't expect that you will going to answer me this question. Actually, whenever you are talking a lot, sometimes we're just going to block you or confuse you more. So if you are going to think about some question, just say like, well, actually, at least you have some seconds to think about it, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so don't forget about it. So I hope that you can use it now whenever I asked you in tonight discussion. Okay.
yeah.
Yes, and you can do it. Just be confident. That is the most important. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to continue now. Okay, we are just going to continue in our part two. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, hold on. Okay, so I want you now to describe me a quiet place. Describe me a quiet place you like to spend your time in. So this is number 8. Okay, number 8. Describe a quiet place you like to spend your time in. So we have here that you should say where it is, how often you go there, what you do there, and explain why you like this quiet place. Describe a quiet place you like to spend your time in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I've been preparing for this. I
Really?
think so. I, yeah, example. So, speaking of, the fireplace in my country, the first place that came to my mind is West Lake, which is known as the second center of Hanoi.
Mm-hmm.
This has the area of about 20 kilometers square. It is surrounded by several cafeteria and restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I had a friend who moved here last year, so I have several chance to um, visit her and tour here. Also, I didn't go. I didn't used to go to Westlake in the past because it's far from my home.
Mm-hmm.
But I go there very often now. When you go to Westlake, all you need to do is come to a cafeteria or a restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
sit by the lake,
Mm-hmm.
and have a cup of coffee that you like, so
Mm-hmm.
you can clear your mind and no one will disturb you.
Very good.
Also, if you want to chill with your friends, you can sit in the small parks nearby, because it will be easy for you to share your stories and soaking up the sun.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there are also many food trucks around, so that you can easily snack if you are hungry. The special thing is, there will be no traffic and construction noise here, so it will be easy to kick back and relax for you. Everyone will know that it will be easy to, seek out silence in urban areas, such as in the capital city, Vietnam. And
Mm-hmm.
this is the place where you can get away from the hustle and bustle of daily life.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, very good. Very good. Is that all your idea? Or you just
Um, Actually, um, it's some of my idea, and I have written the
Yes,
example.
yes, very good, very good. That is very nice. That is very nice. If ever, dear, okay, that's right. I like that you also mentioned that there's no traffic there, so it's very easy to go there. I like how you say it. And at the same time, at the beginning, you mentioned that you often, if you are in that place, you often go to the cafe like that.
Yeah,
Most of the people go to the cafe in that place. That's very good. I like how you say it. Okay, because as I can see here, dear, you just don't you just didn't you actually explain every detail of that place. Why you like to spend why do you want to spend some quiet place that you like to spend your time in like that? Well, you mentioned it very carefully, and I love how you explain it. This is what I want to hear exactly. You know?
yeah,
Yes, that is
because I
what I
just
want to hear
prepared
exactly.
last night.
Really, really, yes, that is
Yeah,
what I want to hear exactly. Aside for actually, you don't need to change anything. I'm very proud. Everything I want to hear, you say it all. And then, aside for that, you mentioned about the place exactly, and what is the character of that place. If ever I am the interviewer there, even I don't know that place, I can imagine what that place looks like on how you describe it. That's the important. Okay?
yeah,
Yes, that is what you're going to show the interviewer, is that where they can imagine that place, even they don't know that place. They can imagine that place on how you deliver it, on how you explain it to them. That is what you're going
yeah,
to do. Okay? And then you did it what I want to heard, you say it exactly. And I don't
yeah,
you don't need to change it. Actually, that's not enough. Sorry, that is actually enough. That's not too much. Okay, so that's
yeah.
good. Okay, that because
Thank you.
sometimes too much is not good. So actually, that is already enough. You don't need to change, or you don't need to add anything. You can say it exactly. So say exactly and note it on your book. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm really happy of what I've heard. Okay. Okay, next one, that will be number 9. Okay. You did great. I'm very proud. I like that. Okay.
actually, number 9 is so similar to number
Yes,
8. If
yes.
I want to have the same idea,
Yes, yes. Describe a coffee you have visited. Yes, you're right. You're right. And you can also
yeah,
mention them like that. There's no traffic there, so it's very easy to go there. And the place is like this. The place is like this. Okay. Yes, that's right. You can just add
yeah,
them. Yes. Okay. And then let's change it here. It's nice. Number 10. This is nice. Number 10 is I want you to describe to me a town or city where you would like to live in the future. So this is what you should say. We have here where it is, how you knew it, what is it famous for, okay, and why you would like to live there. Let's pretend that I really don't know about, I don't have any ideas about this place. So you are going to explain it to me, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, describe a town or city where you would like to live in the future.
So I think that everyone will have their own dream country that they always want to live in. But speaking of that city, the first name that comes to my mind is definitely Da Nang City, which is
Mm.
located in the central part of Vietnam. Da Nang City is very close to the sea, which made it a hotspot for both inhabitants and juniors.
Mhm.
My friend moved here last year, so that I have more chance to visit her and tour to Da Nang City.
Mhm.
Our favorite part in Da Nang is the bike path, which is built along the side of the sea,
Mhm.
so that every time we go riding the bike, we always feel the soft sea breeze, and we can enjoy the sparkling sun too. We go riding every time I visit her, so whenever we get tired, we can lie on a nearby beach and lie on the sand so that we can enjoy soaking up the sun, which also made us feel like $1 million.
Mhm.
I think it is such a good location as it's surrounded by the sea on three sides, and it also have many terrific attractions. I've yearned for living in Da Nang City and I have yearned for living in by the sea
Mhm.
because it will have many kinds of breathtaking views and more fresh air than in the
Mhm.
urban areas. Also, it is easy for anyone to find a place who they can kick back and relax.
Mhm.
I heard from my friends that the houses price there is way cheaper than in metro cities like Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. So I'm very looking forward to living here in the future.
Hey, very good. I like it too. What did you do?
I
Everything
just
is
prepared for it
very good,
last
very
night. Yeah,
good.
so
Okay, I love how you say how you explain also the place, and you mentioned that it has a breathtaking view. I like that. I like that.
yeah,
And at the end, I like that you mentioned that it's way cheaper. That is what I want to hear exactly there. It's not just about the place, it's about I mean the standard of living, like that. So let's
yeah,
pretend like that. And then you mentioned that the place is have a breathtaking view, but it's a way cheaper than in Hanoi City, which is what I want to hear also, that you are going to compare it in other places, and you were able to you were able to compare them by comparing them, which one is cheaper, okay, about the
okay.
yes. And I like that, I like that you don't need to change anything. And then you told me that you have a as you can see here, I think it's a perfect location, like that you mentioned it like this, like I think it's a perfect location for, how do you say it again, it's a perfect location for
Mm,
like me, that yes, I just heard about it. It's a perfect location, and it has a breathtaking view and a way cheaper. And I like that. I like how you
yeah,
mentioned it. Okay, so don't forget about it whenever we are also talking about some places, especially as you can see, the question is about where do you want to live. In a lot of city, you choose that city, and you are going try to compare it in other city, like you compare it in Hanoi City, which is what I want heard, okay? Because you
Yeah.
mentioned it, you compared it because it's a way cheaper than Hanoi City. That's good. That's good. I didn't see you for weeks, but it seems like that we've seen each other for weeks.
Yes, because I prepare for it, and every time I have a new, I'm start noting for a new topic.
Mhm.
I spoke and practice of
Yeah.
a previous topic. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Some of the in part two there, some of the question there has you can answer them with the same answer. Like in the cafe that you have visited and the other one that the first one that I asked you, you can answer it in the same answer, but different
Yeah, like
question.
topic 8 and 9, or topic 8 to 8, or 10, 11, 12, and 13. It's all about one place if you want to
Hmm.
have the same idea.
Yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now let's continue. Okay. Okay, so okay, this one. This is number 15. Part 2, number 15. Okay, the question here is describe a time you saw something interesting in social media. Oh, this is nice. This is what you should say. You should say when it was, where you saw it, what you saw, and explain why you think it was interesting. Describe a time you saw something interesting in social media. You should say when it was, where you saw it, what you saw, and explain why you think it was interesting.
Okay, I've not prepared for this, but I'll
Okay, try.
try.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So, not long ago, about in 2019, there was a very popular advertisement in Vietnam, which is for which is called Dien Mai Xanh. It's a very popular advertisement on TV show, and it's also make memes and were created again by teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone love it, not because it is have a brilliant, content, but always attracts others because it is weird. You know, it
Mm-hmm.
is created by several people in a blue shirt and blue background.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is blue, and dancing on a very weird music.
Mm-hmm.
So that everybody, such as teenagers and adolescents, are very keen on it, and they also use that music and that kind of dance for many videos on TikTok or in Facebook Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this this advertisement also bring that Yen Mai Sang, that brand into a very new, like very popular, so that everyone know about it. And every time that me and my friends hear about Yen Mai Sang, we both know about that content and that advertisement, and it is so popular that I think it will be tell again to other generations
Mm-hmm.
because of this exciting video.
Okay. Okay, very good.
It's a bit hard.
Yes, but actually you still did great. Okay. Um, I'm just going to tell you this, dear. I like that you actually I just noticed it right now. Because last time you especially in your introduction, sometimes you are having trouble on your introduction. But I'm glad now that you are using the right introduction, especially like this. I've heard that in my last question you said that speaking of like that. You always use that. Speaking of
Yeah.
pretty. Speaking of I like that. Yes, I really like that. That is what the introduction should be. And earlier about this question, I like that you said like this. Not long ago, I watched a video last 19 a video about 19 something like that. I like that. Okay, not long
Yeah.
ago. You just didn't say like uh last 2015 like that. Not just that, but it you mentioned it not long ago. I like that. Make you just made the sentences more longer and more deeper. Okay? And then, I heard it also, the advertisement brings everyone knows about it. I love that. I love that sentences. Advertisement brings everyone knows about it. I like it. And then, as I can see here, there you just didn't don't be always do that. Okay, always do that. Don't stick to one word only. I'm going to type
Yeah.
that you
And
did. Don't stick to one word only. Don't stick
okay.
to one word only, because a second I heard also here you mentioned about, well, about the content or the advertisement. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, you just don't stick on the one word only, and you didn't say that because of the content and then blah blah blah, but you mentioned about it's like because of the content or the advertisement. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
That is making your sentences perfect. Okay, and then the sentences that you made here, advertisement brings everyone knows about it. I love that. And also the introduction you mentioned is not long ago and speaking of, don't ever change it. Okay, actually it
Okay.
will it's you're making your sentences more interesting, you know, especially
Yeah.
if the introduction is especially if the introduction is the that has a good impact. I told you that if you started if you started the sentences good, you will end it good. Don't forget about it. Okay.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
I think the for speaking of, it's a very easy way to start the
Yes.
introduction.
Exactly, exactly. I love that. I love that. I was surprised actually there. Whenever I heard, actually you told me that it's a bit hard, but you slayed it. You were able to, explain it properly. I don't see anything any wrong. To be honest, the grammar is perfect. The sentences is perfect. You know, there I
Yeah.
don't see any mistake there. Okay, just don't forget about what I'm always saying. Make the introduction um you know perfect, or make a good introduction, and so that you will end it also good. Okay,
Yeah.
that is the thing,
Okay.
because if you start there in like in a very boring introduction, you will just end it also in a very boring. I'm telling you, just always start in a good introduction, and then always use those words. I like how you use those words. I'm really surprised. Not long ago. I love that. And speaking of, especially the speaking of, you're always using it. I'm always listening to you. Speaking of, I love how you say it. Okay?
Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
yes, and then also that don't stick to one word only. You mentioned about content, like this. I'm going to content or advertisement. I love that. I love
Okay.
that. Yes. You did great, dear. I love that. You surprised me. You
Thank
surprised
you.
me. And especially the way you speak now. It's better. The way you speak now, I don't see that you're a bit nervous like that, but the way you speak now is actually perfect. If I am the
Yeah.
interviewer, I will pass you right away.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, yes. Okay, so dear, we are going to continue this on Friday then. I'm glad. I'm really happy on your improvement, especially because in our previous session, you're a bit nervous, especially in talking, but now you were able to say it like you're just talking with someone like that. I like it. I like it. Keep it up, okay? Keep on
Yeah.
practicing, okay? I know that you can pass it, just don't be nervous. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you again in our next session then. I'm really just so proud of you, dear. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, I'll see you again. Thank you so much for attending our class. Bye bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.